Hey guys, I don't think you can see my face very clearly right now, but well, it doesn't matter. I'm currently sitting on the playground of my school, and it's like the view here is really amazing. I am just amazed and moved, touched by how grand the scene is. We have like beautiful clouds in the night, and there's like the playground where people are still like sort of walking and talking, and back there on the stand where people are like simply watching the clouds and taking pictures and all. It just feels very cozy and like feels, oh, this is high school and all. Yeah, so it's really amazing. And I want to film this video to talk about the TV series that I just finished watching today. It's called Normal People, and I believe many of you have watched this or read the book before. It's about two Irish people like Marianne and Connell, and their like journey, their transition from Irish high school to college, and then later on to further higher education and their life choices. They have met in high school as sort of like romantic partners. I guess it's a romance story, and basically like the book or the TV series details how the couple gradually became acquainted with each other, got to know each other's habit, and like found their destiny and belongingness within each other's arms. And it's really amazing, and like it's very real, very realistic how at the beginning it was extremely awkward, unlike many of the like other shiny romance movies where like the couples met each other and like felt the click at the first moment, and they became happy couples and have a happy ever after. It's really real how like at the beginning it was embarrassing and there were problems with sort of self-esteem, how people are deemed at school and all, but later on they gradually they broke up and they got back together and they met other people and they had different kinds of relationships, but in the end it's like they are still both of them felt that each other is the perfect fit for them. And at the end of the story, Connell decides to go to New York to study creative writing as higher education, while Marianne decides to still stay in Ireland, since she has been very well adapting to her life at the place. Yes, and I just really love the reality and the realistic side of it, as it depicts a not perfect and relationship full of conflicts, full of twists and failures, but later on people just seem to get acquainted with each other and become familiar and finally get together. And yeah, I think it's a pretty peaceful and satisfying ending. And some takeaways I got from this TV series is the fact that Marianne in high school isn't very popular. She has been like a recluse where basically nobody talked to her. However, things do change after people get out of high school and enter college and universities, because apparently Marianne, even though she wasn't especially popular in high school, as she got into college, she was able to sort of start in a new environment where people were new, and she was able to meet new friends. And it's really amazing how she adapted to the new life very quickly and got to make lots of new friends. And because of her her concentration in politics and history, I guess, she got to have different kinds of intellectual debates with different kinds of scholars and peers and all. Instead, people like Connell, for example, was a sports star in high school, and so he was popular in high school, but it isn't necessarily true that he would still be popular in college, because obviously things change and he isn't around the same group of people who praise him all the time and all. And being sort of different in high school, he has become not very adapted to the college life. So it really shows that high school is simply a phase of your life, and people should never be defined by what they are and how they are in high school. Instead, things change in college, and as long as you know what you really want and you make good efforts for it, you'll get what you want. And those people who are really extremely popular in high school don't necessarily end up being the most successful people in the end after college and stuff. Yes, that's one point that I want to talk about. And then I also feel the strong connection between like a family background, family influence on people's on children's identity, because in this story Marian comes from a very wealthy family, and her family is extremely rich, and they hire nannies to take care of their chores, take care of their children and stuff. And this way of living has never given Marianne a thought about her financial situation when she goes to college, and she is able to like fully focus on her study and like social life. But for Connell, it's different. Connell's family is like a working class family, and they're not extremely wealthy. So it is true that Connell needs to worry about his financial situation in college, as he has to like take multiple jobs at a time in order to make up for his tuition fees. And it is very lucky that because of this, he has a sense of alertness, and he knows that everything comes with a price. So he works very hard, and in the end he gets a scholarship for further study in college. Yeah, it is really amazing how this works. Additionally, even though Marianne was born in a wealthy family, her family like atmosphere and environment isn't especially encouraging, because her father died when Marianne was very young, and before when her father was alive, he used to bully his mother, and there was like this kind of environment in the family where also like Marianne's brother bullies and is very rude to Marianne all the time, and Marianne's mother is also very cold and not a loving mother. However, in Connell's family, even though they're not rich, Connell's mother is a very warm-hearted and very kind mother, and she really knows how to raise children, and she always demonstrates the love and affection for her son, and therefore Connell is able to thrive and feel at home, feel the warmth, even though he isn't always at home. Yeah, and this difference really shows up in difficulties. For example, because of this long-standing oppression coming from men and Marianne's family, Marianne's sort of getting this implicit notation that she doesn't deserve a very good man, and men who show their power, their oppression, their strength, and their masculinity are the men that that she should adhere to and she should admire, which may apply to Jamie, one of her boyfriends in the past. And that was a very unbalanced relationship, as Jamie was always the domineering side and scolding Marianne all the time. I think that's why she sort of gets accustomed to this kind of unequal distribution of power in a relationship, and eventually that will lead to her getting harmed, getting hurt, and different kinds of relationship. So yeah, I want to conclude it with a quote that I remember from The Perks of Being a Wallflower, that we deserve we accept the love that we think we deserve. This is really detailing how the family upbringing and the family culture is affecting people's way of looking at life and dealing with problems in life. Yeah, that's all. And I think, Normal People is a very good TV series and book. If you have time, I definitely recommend you to read it. Yes, that's all. I'm Brianna. Like like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions, leave a comment below. Thank you. Bye.